This is Ron Cabbage, author of Trade Secrets for Successfully Marketing Your Business Online in Phoenix. Get ranked, get found, get customers, harnessing the power of the internet to boost your profits. I'm also the owner of Marketing Volcano here in Phoenix. Now, the book talks about marketing online. It is not exclusive to Phoenix. I just labeled it to Phoenix because that's where I live and that's where my local target market is. However, if you are outside of Phoenix and you're looking for some support on getting your business found locally in your area, we can help. Online marketing for local business. How to get more customers automatically from the internet. You're going to leave with why companies without a strong online presence will be left behind, even if in a traditional business. Traditional meaning, you're not just selling online. You actually go and do services outside. You may have a storefront. Maybe you're a plumber, a painter, a realtor. That's what traditional businesses are. Where your potential customers are at online. What they're looking for so that they're going to find you instead of your competitor. How to find buyers instead of looky-loos. We want to find the people that are looking to spend money versus people that are just looking around and tire kicking and looking for information. How to become the #1 authority online in your potential customers' eyes. What I do when you pass on a referral or when you come to me to take a look at your business. You're going to leave with the 4 best places to be found online and how to be found there. Some of my best secrets. The tools and resources that I use, we have a couple of those that you're going to learn today. How much money can really be made in your market online. We're actually going to take a look at the return on investment because a lot of people don't really get that there's the value there. So we're going to show you how it's valuable to get online. Give you real life examples. So your customers are looking for you online. There's over 1 billion local searches. When I mean local, I mean in your town. Maybe it's Phoenix, maybe it's San Diego, maybe it's Chicago. There's over 1 billion local searches performed online every single month, and that's growing by over 50% a year. 80% of people that are looking to purchase or hire for services will search online before making a purchase. Times are different now. The consumers are much more educated. They go online, they search around. There was a time when we would go to the yellow pages to find the information that we want. Now, because of the internet and because of the smartphones and the iPads, people have information at their fingertips. So they're much more informed, and before they make a decision, 80% of the people are going to go online to get that information before they make the purchase, before they dial the telephone. Using the yellow pages, newspapers, and the traditional offline methods sometimes work. For the most part, the yellow pages don't. Just think for yourself. What do you do when those things hit your doorstep? My yellow pages don't even come in the house typically. Can they find you? 2 out of 3 people are using Google to find businesses online. Google is what we call a search engine. Other big search engines are Yahoo and Bing. However, Google is the biggest, and 2 out of 3 people go there. So if you want to get yourself found online, you're going to want to get into favor with the Google search engine. What you think they search for versus what people are really searching for. We're going to take a look at a little bit here because, I see all the time people think that they're looking for a particular key term where the actual consumer thinks different. So when you're doing marketing, you have to think not as the business owner, you want to think as the consumer. How's the consumer thinking to find you? The 3 keys to online success. Number 1, what do they really search for? Number 2, do they find your website or are they finding a competitor's? And are they buyers? What do they really search for? Okay, so they're using keywords. Google has, when you go to their site and you're looking for something, you're going to punch something in to start your search. Whatever you type in, whether it's Phoenix plumber, San Diego zoo, those are called keywords, and Google keeps track of those. And through a tool I'm going to show you here in a minute, I can actually get that information, and you can see what people are really looking for. So for example, you're looking for a moving company. If you punch in a moving company into Google, it's too generic. You're going to be competing with every other moving company in the country, and I don't really, being in Arizona, I don't really care about moving companies in Illinois. So for example, let's go down. We'll drill it down a little bit, and you say Dallas Moving Company. That's location specific. Now you've come down and you're starting to create buyers versus looky-loos. Google tells you at this site here, adwords.google.com/select keyword tool external. You can punch that in, or you can just go to the Google search engine and type in keyword tool, and that will bring up that information for you. Here's an example. Let's say we punch in Dallas Mover. We're going to start at the bottom here and work our way up. Right here. What this is showing us is if you punch in Dallas Mover, there are 95 people a day, on average, is how Google does this, that's looking for a Dallas Mover. That's one keyword. Now, if you add the ing, so you go move up one, from Dallas Mover to Dallas Moving, you've now 4 times the traffic. So you've gone from 95 searches a day to 400 searches a day. Now let's keep moving up and we'll add the S. So we go from Dallas Mover to Dallas Movers, and you can see up here in the search engines now that there are 2,000 searches a day for Dallas Movers. That's amazing. You just add one letter and it does 20 times the search. So if you're going to go out and target something for your business and you want to get the most people getting eyes on your website, you're going to want to find the Dallas Movers at about 2,000 searches a day versus Dallas Mover where there's only 100. And that's how you maximize your exposure. And we can find all those numbers for you, and that's how we target. We target for the best so we get the most eyes on your site. The secret is how people search to find your type of business. Now, can they find you? According to numerous studies, here's where people click. The number 1 ranked site on Google gets 41% of the clicks. The number 2 site gets 12% of the clicks, and the number 3 site gets 8.5% of the clicks. So a typical page has about 8 to 10 search results, and the top 3 sites are taking 62% of the searches. So of the 2,000 that we just looked at for the Dallas Movers, of the 2,000, 60% of them are going to go to the first 3 sites. So that's where you want to get ranked. From site 4 on down, they get less searches. And then once you move into the second page, you're basically invisible. So what this means is, number 1, if you're not on the first page for Google and you're not in the top 3, you have a better chance of making $1,000 in your business by going and buying a scratch ticket at your local convenience store. So now what if you're the number 1 authority, and that's what we want to do for you. We want to make you the number 1 authority. What does that look like? If you type into Google, you see it at the top here, La Jolla House Painter. This is the page that's going to come up. At least this is what came up when I made this recording. What you're going to see on this page is, remember, top 3 sites get 60% of the clicks. You look at this site, and what you don't know, however I do know, is that every one of these sites here, except for one, is the same painter. So he is a number 1 authority because not only does he have the number 1 site getting 41 clicks, he's got the number 2 site getting 18% of the clicks, and number 3 site getting the rest of them. He has the whole page. So no matter where you click, you're getting to the same painter. This painter's business exploded when he got this kind of exposure. So how do you create that kind of exposure for yourself versus just one listing? Here's a little mind map kind of cropped off here that shows you all the different ways that we can do it. If you start up in the right upper corner, it's a custom web presence. That's really like the SEO. All that is getting your site ready for conversion, because no matter how much traffic you get to your site, if you're not able to convert them, it's useless. One of the ways you do that is online directories. Kind of cut off to the upper right corner is Google Places, Yahoo Listings, and Bing Local. Those are all local directories. Now you want to get your business listed in those. We can help you do that. However, before you go doing that, what's important is you get out into a couple of the directories in the area. YP.com, which is the Yellow Pages online directory. Super Pages is a number 1 place you want to make sure you get listed. And then Merchant Circle. Go to those places, get your business listing, and then wait for about a week so they all index. And then go do your Google Places pages, your Yahoo listing, and your Bing Local, because Google, and those search engines, when you fill those out, they actually go looking out to make sure that you're a legitimate business. And once you're listed in those directories ahead of time, they'll hit them and they'll know that you're legitimate. Let's move down the right-hand side. You're talking about your social power cluster there at number 2, where you're using YouTube to direct traffic. You're using Twitter, Facebook, and blogging. And you do that, by incorporating some of these other things. So we'll go around. The one that you're not seeing at the bottom that goes straight down, that's video marketing. Keep going clockwise. Number 4 is management by pay-per-click advertising. That's where you're paying for those ads down the site. That's a great place to start until you get ranked to get traffic to your site. However, if you go back to the La Jolla House Painter, this guy does not need to pay for advertising because he owns that whole page. Keep going up. Mobile marketing. Mobile marketing is big. The smartphones are set to outsell personal computers by the end of next year. So everybody now is searching by using their phones now because they're so advanced. People aren't searching even at home. So you want to be mobile marketing set up, and we can help you with that. Podcasting, that's where you're doing some audios. You're putting out audio stuff. Web 2.0 sites, Hub Pages, Skidoo Lenses, that's where you're taking your article marketing and you're getting them found through Hub Pages, Skidoo Lenses. Then, of course, social bookmarking, where you're using like StumbleUpon and Diggum. So somebody will find your article. If you're giving good content, people are going to they're going to give you a thumbs up, they're going to like it, they're going to stumble it, and they're going to want their friends to read it. And that's how we do it. So when you put all of these together, you come up with this result. And that's where your business is exploding. Okay, so are they buyers? How do we know if they're buyers or looky-loos? Some searches are looky-loos, some searches are buyers. So what if you knew the difference? We can find that information out. It's called Online Commercial Intention, and it's found at this website at Microsoft. Or you can search for Online Commercial Intention through your search engine. The OCI score of 70% or higher is better because we know that they know Google and the search engines are able to follow how people click through sites, and they know that by certain words people actually click through and buy. Let's go back to our examples now. So if we go over to the OCI, which is way over here, you can see at the Dallas Mover and the Dallas Movers, they are 80% each. Those are buyers that are using those words. They want to hire a mover. The one in the middle, the Dallas Moving, is only 60%. They're more looking around. They're looking for information. So again, do we want to spend money bringing those people into the fold and get them to your site? Yes, eventually. However, we want to target the best sites first. Now, the solution is a 4-point online domination. And here's how we do it locally. You become the #1 authority online for your market, like the La Jolla House Painter. Right now, you're not even close to page 1 of Google. However, after, you're going to be everywhere. People are going to know you all over the place. In local searches, natural searches, you could do pay-per-click. However, once you get a good dominant foothold there, you don't have to spend on those pay-per-clicks. Your competition is going to have to spend money for pay-per-click in order to get the attention away from you. And your content's going to be in the top 10. You're going to get more consumer reviews than anyone else and more. You are now the authority online. You are the only person that people will do business with. The result, people choose you over everybody else. So let's do the numbers. What does this all mean? So this is an actual number for, I did the searches on keywords for Phoenix roofer and all the keywords associated with that. And I came up with about 200 really good keywords on that. However, the top 22 keywords were bringing in 1,879 searches a month. So let's be conservative and say 10% of those people come to your website. We already showed you before that if you had the #1 spot, you're going to get 40% coming to your website. So let's be conservative. Let's say you just get 10% of those clicks. That's 187 visitors per month to your website. Now, if you're converting, let's say 5% of that traffic actually fills out your information or calls you. So you get 5% of those are leads. And of that 5% that call you, and this is a conservative number too, because by the time they're calling you on the phone, they're buyers. And so to convert 25%, should be pretty easy. What I find is most businesses, once they call them on the phone, if the person that answers the phone is any good, they actually are converting at about a 50% rate at that point. However, let's be conservative just to look at the numbers. So 1.3% of the traffic to sale conversion rate. So we take what I know about the Phoenix area, because I spoke to a couple of roofers, is their average profit on a job is $800. What I mean by profit is not the gross income on the job. Maybe after they take out the cost for their supplies, their labor, their overhead, they're making about $800 on a job. So now let's see what that happens if you get them ranked. These are real numbers now. You got 1,879 people clicking, looking just in the top 22 keywords. We could go all 200, you're going to get a lot more traffic. Times the 1.3% traffic to sale conversion rate, times the $800 profit. This is the potential if you are the dominant roofer in Phoenix. You've increased your profit by over $20,000 a month. That's making money a month and just doing what we talked about today. That's this month. Next month, there's still another 1,900 people looking for roofers, and after that. Now, this is average numbers. I realize that there could be, maybe you're in a seasonal business. Google does their numbers on average. So we get the summer season, some are off, so the numbers in the season are going to be higher, and the numbers in the off season could be lower. However, here is what you got. You're looking at if your business dominated the market just in the roofing, with an $800 profit, you're looking at about $22,548 in increased profit revenue to your business by dominating the market. You can look at your own business and say, what's my lifetime customer value? Some, industries it's higher, some it's lower. Florists are going to have a lower customer value, whereas, say, a tax attorney is going to have a much higher one. However, the numbers are pretty consistent. So that's what we have for you today. My name is Ron Cabbage, author of The Trade Secrets for Successfully Marketing Your Business Online in Phoenix.